Hi guys, welcome to Cric Burst, your daily dose of cricket. We are live again for the second match today between RCB and CSK. Again, I have with me Vaibhav. Hi Vaibhav.
Hi Varun, glad to be back again here.
Yes, it's becoming a habit.
I know, and it's becoming a habit for CSK also.
ट्रू यार, मैं बिल्कुल वही बोलने वाला था। मतलब सेम ओल्ड, मतलब वो कहते हैं ना, स्लीप ईट रिपीट। सीएसके का भी वही है। मतलब कंसीड रन्स, डोंट बैट वेल इन द बिगनिंग, लीव टू मच एट द एंड, लूज रिपीट।
Seriously,
एक्चुअली
they're
यार
they're
मतलब
having a major issues. Yeah, absolutely.
यार मतलब दे आर नॉट लर्निंग। चल, इस बार तो धोनी ने आके ट्राई भी करा, अलग बात है। ही इज आल्सो नॉट इन फॉर्म, बट यार टू मच टू डू। द बैटिंग इज just not clicking at all.
They know their problems, still they are not able to find a solution for it.
एग्जैक्टली ये ज्यादा बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। लास्ट मैच में भी केकेआर के अगेंस्ट दे हैड, मतलब जीता हुआ मैच था यार, वो भी हारे। और आज तो मतलब सीएसके के साथ आधे से ज्यादा चेजेस में तो ये होता है। एक तो मुंबई से जीते थे, किंग्स इलेवन से जीते थे, पिछले मैच में चेज में थे, फिर हार गए। उससे बाकी मैचेस में तो दे वर नेवर इन द चेज यार। दे आर जस्ट नॉट एबल टू करेक्ट दिस प्रॉब्लम। बिल्कुल यू सेड इट राइट। उनको पता है प्रॉब्लम क्या है, बट अब आप देखो, आई थिंक रायना के जाने से आप कुछ भी कह लो, उनके पास बैट्समैन है ही नहीं करेक्ट करने के लिए यार। वॉटसन भी
Oh yeah, they're one short of a batsman. Abhi. They are playing with four batsmen, six bowling players, and even with the six bowling players, they are not restricting their opponents to a very small total. They are having a decent total, but again, since they're just a decent total itself, having a very weak batting lineup is not able to match to that point. प्लस अभी उनके पास नहीं है एक एट अगर टू डाउन उनका हो जाता है देन दे डू नॉट हैव अ गुड बैट्समैन हु कैन रन थ्रू द एंटायर इनिंग्स तो दे आर हैविंग बिग इश्यूज विद देयर बैटिंग करंटली एंड वो करंट मतलब very evidently anybody can see and he himself Dhoni in the post match presentations he himself acknowledges this point that it's again and again that our batting is failing. I mean, this has been a repeated activity from there, and I don't know how that they can rectify. Is there any replacement for which they actually that can help? I mean, what all possibilities actually do they have?
इन टर्म्स ऑफ बॉलिंग, तो यू एग्जैक्टली मेंशन द करेक्ट थिंग्स। एक तो बॉलिंग उनकी अच्छी है, इन पिचेस पे स्पिनर्स काम आते हैं, फिर भी रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे। बॉलिंग में तो आई थिंक दे आर मिसिंग ताहिर। मैं सिंस द वेरी बिगनिंग ऑफ दिस टूर्नामेंट आई हैव बीन मेंशनिंग सीएसके समहाउ नीड टू फाइंड अ वे टू प्ले ताहिर। उनके पास करण शर्मा है, पीयूष चावला है, बट नन ऑफ देम इज एज गुड एज ताहिर। दे नीड ताहिर टू बोल, दे नीड हिम टू पिक विकेट्स, क्योंकि आपकी बैटिंग नहीं है। then you need to necessarily matlab restrict the opposition to a chaseable target, and I think that is where Tahir comes in. They need to find a way to play Tahir, and number two, बैटिंग में अब ये बात है, बैटिंग की प्रॉब्लम का तो even I'm not able to understand ke how do you solve this. Raina has left. Watson, I think he's past his prime, well past his prime, not just past his prime. Even in the last match, I think it was more of KKR's problem that they didn't bring in Sunil Narayan up front, क्योंकि मैंने आपको अभी पिछले वीडियो में भी बोला था 81 balls में 83 runs and 8 times he Narayan took his wickets, and in the last match it was the ninth time. So ideally Dinesh
Hmm.
Karthik should have bought Narayan up front. That would have been a different game.
Hmm.
So I'm not at all convinced by Watson. Faf du Plessis तो I think पिछले मैच में जो रन आउट हुए थे वहां से उनकी फॉर्म ही पलट गई है, पर Watson तो I don't think he deserves. Even while fielding he looks unfit. Uh, Too much.
There were heavy reliance on Duplessis, and again, nobody supporting him is actually making more pressure on him. And again, for the initial matches, the order in which they were thinking that should have clicked, जिसमें हम उन्होंने धोनी को बहुत नीचे रखा, तो उसके अगेंस्ट काफी लोगों ने क्रिटिसाइज भी किया है. बट अगेन the selection team for CSK had a different thought where Stephen Fleming like openly was questioning the reporters themselves that how can you question our thought of thinking the lineup and all. But anyways, I mean, considering all these points, at the end unki batting lineup, whatever things that they're trying is again not clicking. And like you rightly pointed out, Watson is past his prime, so I mean, they should consider somebody who can who can replace Watson from his place. Yeah.
I don't think they have that replacement, to be very honest. मेरे हिसाब से तो problem ये है कि they don't have anyone, and Watson and पता है हर टीम आप उठाओ या तो एक प्लेयर ऐसा है, एटलीस्ट एक प्लेयर तो ऐसा है जो एंड में ना who can take the bowling to the opposition and literally they can मतलब जो ब्लास्ट करे लिटरली बॉलिंग और आपको एक चेज टारगेट तक ले जाए. They don't have that, and धोनी used to be that. I think he's still there. So I won't go to the extent of saying that Dhoni has lost it, ठीक है, but there is a difference between players who regularly play cricket. Although इससे पहले तो काफी players ने नहीं खेला, but at least आप फिर भी regular players को देखो तो वो मार्च तक खेलते रहे हैं. Dhoni has not played cricket since June last year after the World Cup. और वॉटसन भी आई डोंट नो इससे पहले कब खेला था. सो आई थिंक दिस प्रॉब्लम इज अ रियली बिग इशू फॉर सीएसके. एंड बॉलिंग में तो मैं फिर भी वी कैन फाइंड डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशंस. दे कैन प्ले ताहिर here and there. They Lungi and Giddy, Pattinson is sorry, not Pattinson, Hazelwood is also doing well. Bravo, Karan, their bowling is not that
Sam
big a
Curran is
problem.
doing good.
Their bowling is not that big a problem. They just need a wicket taker. वो ताहिर को आप खिलाओ, that problem is solved. But batting में आप उनकी टीम देखो और कोई ऐसा है ही नहीं. और जो हैं भी ये सारे these are more of accumulators. राइडू भी आप देखो, इज नॉट दैट मतलब इतना हिट, ऑल्दो लास्ट सीजन में ही वाज वेरी गुड राइडू, बट ऐसे ये हिटर्स हैं नहीं कंसिस्टेंटली. इवन राइडू भी अब इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट काफी टाइम से नहीं खेला है, 2 साल से ज्यादा. सो ऑब्वियसली डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट की क्वालिटी और आईपीएल की क्वालिटी में बहुत फर्क है. सो वो एक्स फैक्टर नहीं है चेन्नई की बैटिंग में, विच दे आर मिसिंग इट बिग टाइम.
Yes. This is very dangerous situation in which they are currently. Looking at the current form, this probably can be the season where they do not qualify for playoffs. I mean, this can be a scenario here. I'm just shooting the gun, maybe too early, but just a thought. Yeah.
I think you're right.
I mean, on the other side, if I have to talk about RCB, like today we witnessed a brilliant innings from Virat Kohli, King. बहुत अच्छी उसने अपनी इनिंग्स को पेस किया. इनिशियली ही गेव हिम टाइम, वॉच द बॉल प्रॉपरली. उसने एकदम धीरे धीरे अपनी ऑलमोस्ट ट्राई टू मेंटेन अ स्ट्राइक रेट ऑफ 100, बट देन एट द एंड ही जस्ट ब्लास्टेड. उसमें एंड में आई थिंक इन द लास्ट 4 overs ही they created some 60 odd runs, and out of that majority of the runs were through Kohli. So he beautifully paced his innings, or that actually helped the team to score like a decent total, and which they were able to defend now.
So yeah, that's exactly the hallmark of a great player. The way he paced the innings. पहले 16 over तक he was there. He gauged the pitch. He gauged the conditions. क्या conditions हैं, क्या pitch है. Pitch भी मतलब थोड़ी slow थी. He gauged it. 2-paced pitch थी थोड़ी. उसके बाद तो he made use of the last 4 overs. Last 4 overs में RCB ने total 66 runs बनाए, जिसमें से 46 विराट कोहली ने मारे. So this exactly tells you the quality of that batsman. He is so good यार. And पता ही नहीं चला वो 90 runs कैसे हो गए. 44 से 90 पे वो कब पहुंचा. We never realized. So that's, and Raidu probably tried to do the same thing. शुरू में नहीं मारा, 100 के strike rate पे ही खेलते रहे, but then that's the difference. Of course, without demeaning,
that actually became the difference. Yes,
of course, without demeaning Raidu is also very good, but he's not Kohli. So that's the difference. And में he couldn't get that, and वही उल्टी सीधी shots हैं. That's the difference between a Virat Kohli and वो विराट कोहली ऐसी shots नहीं खेलते जिसपे Raidu out हुए थे. फिर वो sweep पीछे की तरफ, वो बॉल वैसे ही over pitch थी, slot में थी, मार सकते थे. I don't know why he tried that shot after playing for so long. That's a difference, yaar.
I mean, at the end also, probably at 16th over when Jagdishan and Raidu were playing, they were having a good partnership going on, but somehow जब वो run लेने की try किया and Jagdishan got run out, he didn't even try to dive. I mean, he literally gave up on that run out. That clearly showed the intent, man. They were not even willing to play or show that, okay, we are fighting for that particular match. At least you should have that kind of an intent. Raidu bhi बहुत ही short selection was not very apt. He was trying to be too cheeky, and again वो खुद ही ball को अपने stumps पे मार दिया. So these were few of the things which were reflecting that their intent was not on the field at that moment.
टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटेंट, डोंट यू थिंक कि जब जगदीशरन और राइडू खेल भी रहे थे, शुरू में भी इंटेंट नहीं था यार, उन्होंने 10 वो काफी खेलते रहे. एंड जगदीशरन का स्ट्राइक रेट देखो यार, ही प्लेड सो मतलब ही प्लेड 30 ऑड बॉल्स एंड ही डिडंट स्कोर दैट मच यार. 28 बॉल्स पे 33, मतलब ठीक है, ओके है, बट पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड कर रहे हो आप, उसके बाद भी यू राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट ही डिडंट डाइव, ही हैड प्लेड 28 बॉल्स, ही वाज सेटल्ड इन, ही शुड हैव एटलीस्ट मेड एन एफर्ट, आई एग्री. बट वही सेम स्टोरी है यार, दे आर लीविंग टू मच फॉर द एंड. शुरू आई थिंक दे रिलाइड एंड में
And this
मार
is
लेंगे,
creating a
बट
lot of pressure. I think this is creating a lot of pressure, and expectations again are coming back to Dhoni, that in his old days in which he used to like slog sixes on every ball, and वो फिर eventually हो यही रहा है कि that it is building pressure on him, and it was very much visible. जैसे इस बारी धोनी आउट भी हो गए, try to hit another six on Chahal. But again, that's the whole point, that they're leaving everything at the end, like too
too
much
much. Yeah,
actually.
they're leaving
Yes,
too much
yes,
for the end. I agree. So that's the problem. This is going to be a very tough year for CSK fans यार. I feel bad.
absolutely.
मतलब जो फैंस को आदत है कि पहले तो बोला जाता था that IPL is a tournament where 7 teams fight to see who lose to Chennai in the final. और अब finally that year has come के I feel bad for them यार. मतलब I
I
think
mean,
this is the year where they won't make it to
yes,
the
yes,
playoffs.
yes. I'm also probably like estimating that. Yeah.
Whistle
But
blow
again, like one
yellow
of the
army.
very good find which I have probably I'm actually liking in this particular IPL, and specifically from RCB side, is Particle. I am really like following this particular player, and the way which he plays. I mean, the stroke play is so free flowing. I am literally, it's like that I am watching Rohit Sharma or such a
People
Yuvraj
are
Singh.
people are comparing him to Yuvraj Singh. Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yes. So his stroke play is so flawless, so fluent. ऐसा लगता है मतलब यार बंदे का टाइमिंग इतना स्वीट स्पॉट वाली टाइमिंग है पडिक्कल की. इट्स सो ब्यूटीफुल टू वॉच. And even in few of the recent past matches, so he has played very significant innings for RCB also, and very beautifully he has played. So I'm actually having like quite hopes for Padikkal to shine through all the rest of the innings which are about to come. So this is one of the very promising players which I'm actually like willing to see how he progresses.
You know what the best part is? He's being coached by none other than Virat Kohli. He has a personal mentor who's batting with him at the other end because Finch is wasting all his opportunities. Finch ने जितने भी मैच खेले हैं, he's looked totally out of form. जितने रन भी मारे हैं, बहुत उनकी catches drop हुई हैं. I'm not at all convinced. So he gets out. Kohli comes in, and what better यार, luck कहो या जो भी कहो, I am sure he has done a lot of hard work behind the scenes, which of course we don't know about. But yaar, this is the best thing that you can ask as a youngster. Okay, the captain of the Indian team, not just the captain, yaar, I think he's the best batsman around today. He's there with you, he's looking at your game from the best seat available, and he's giving suggestions to you. I think this is a very big chance for him to make it big. He plays the remaining matches well, and if RCB qualifies, I think very good chance for him to make it to the Indian team, because Kohli is personally seeing his development, personally overseeing each and every step that Padikkal is taking.
Absolutely. I mean, again, like we were discussing in the previous analysis also. So there are so many young budding players which are showing the signs of joining to the main Indian squad. But again, like he's one of those promising players which is actually like he can be actually a part of the team. So that'll be actually very good to see how this thing all pans out. I mean, again, there have been such instances like how we had anticipated for Pant. Eventually, IPL was the thing that which gave him that opportunity to come into the Indian squad, and probably few of other players also might have the same kind of opportunity.
यार आप वही देखो, यंग इंडियन 11 एक पूरी ऐसी बन सकती है, पादिक्कल, शुभमन गिल, अर्शदीप सिंह, रवि बिश्नोई, तेवातिया ऑल्दो नॉट यंग बट तेवातिया इज आल्सो कमिंग इन। वहाँ कल त्यागी ने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करी, जायसवाल अ बिट टू अर्ली, सो ये यंगस्टर्स हैं लुकिंग लुकिंग गुड, लॉमरॉर, so these are looking good, but talking about RCB now, आरसीबी का बैलेंस आ रहा है। मॉरिस, यार मॉरिस ने फर्स्ट गेम खेली, 4 ओवर में 19 रन, 3 विकेटें दिल्ली के लिए, बहुत मतलब कम ऐसी उन्होंने अच्छी बॉलिंग करी थी, बट ही वाज सो गुड टुडे। आई एम रियली हैप्पी
Yes,
फॉर हिम।
yes,
आरसीबी इज
yes,
फाइनली फाइंडिंग दैट बैलेंस, बट द बेस्ट पार्ट इज
yes.
they have one weak point and still they are playing well. I think Finch is a big weak link at the moment, and instead of Finch they should either bring in Moeen Ali, and or even better they should bring in Josh Phillip. He's an opener, he can keep wickets. I think he can
Hmm.
provide that explosive start in the beginning. Finch is of
Actually, there
course a
have
big
been
weak
lots
link.
of talks. Yes, yes. There has been lots of talks about George Phillip. He's a very promising Australian wicketkeeper. And yes, yes, there has been. And since the kind of form in which is, in which Finch is carrying currently, so definitely there is an opportunity. I am actually very much interested to see more of Saini because he has been so impressive
Yes.
throughout. And like this guy is bowling almost 140s at a regular pace. Proper 145 की balls आ रही हैं, and this is such a good delight to see an Indian bowler bowling 145.
हाँ यार,
Literally तो जसप्रीत बुमराह के बाद अगर कोई दिखता है ना तो मजा आ जाता है ऐसे.
true. Such heartening to see an Indian bowler rising, like this and bowling upwards of 145 in every match. That and consistently, that's very good. Yeah. Actually, even I'm very happy. I agree. But I want to add one thing. Another reason for playing Josh Phillip, I think RCB is putting too much pressure on ABD by having him keep for 20 overs in these conditions where there is मतलब इतनी गर्मी है यार, इतनी tough conditions हैं। ABD is not a regular wicket keeper. Not only आप एक fielder निकाल रहे हो outfield से, he is such a brilliant fielder, आप उससे wicket keeping करा रहे हो, he is not a regular keeper यार। Finch चल नहीं रहा। I think you have a brilliant case to play Phillip, relieve ABD of his wicket keeping. Batting में भी नहीं चल रहा है। I think थकान भी हो सकती है। Of course, I'm sure this is not the factor, but might be a factor. This might even help ABD in his batting यार। विकेट कीपिंग से हटा सकते हैं अपनी कंसंट्रेशन जो फालतू की लगी हुई है वहां पे।
I think probably they might have a mindset that since it's a winning combination, why to tinker with that? But again, looking at the best possible situation, this can be a viable option where ABD can be moved to a good fielding position and bring in George Phillip on his place. So that's actually a very, very valid point. So I mean, again, it might be because क्योंकि ABD का ऑलरेडी एक बना हुआ टीम के साथ अच्छा जेल है, the combination is clicking at the moment. They don't want to tinker with that, and they are also giving an opportunity to Finch. Obviously, Finch is also Australia's one of the best batsmen, at least at the current time. So he's contributing good enough for the Australian team. Probably that's the another point why they are still backing them. So
यार
let's see how this positions. But अभी मेरे को एक जो point थोड़ा सा अभी since we are almost at the half stage of the tournament, I'm little very curious to understand run rate point of view से they are still in the negative zone right now, RCB. Although they have 8 points, but again
यार ये रन
ये जो
रेट की जो अभी पॉइंटेड हुई है, ये आज इम्प्रूव हुई है क्योंकि तगड़ा जीते हैं। कल तक दिस वाज माइनस आई थिंक 1.3, ये तो अभी हुई है।
-1,
हाँ,
absolutely,
दिस विल
yes.
हर्ट देम बिग टाइम अगर ये थोड़े और पॉजिटिव में नहीं आती। फोर्थ स्लॉट के लिए
एक
प्रॉब्लम हो सकती
correct.
है अगर हैदराबाद उठ जाए ऊपर यहाँ से।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आई थिंक अगला मैच जो होना है अभी आरसीबी का शायद या तो किंग्स 11 के साथ किसके साथ है अभी अगला
आरसीबी
आरसीबी का
आरसीबी का नेक्स्ट आई थिंक केकेआर के साथ है
आई
मंडे
थिंक
को।
किंग्स 11 के साथ
केकेआर के साथ है मंडे को।
अच्छा केकेआर के साथ है करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट
बट यू वर
केकेआर
टॉकिंग।
चलो अपना अपना लास्ट मैच तो एटलीस्ट जीत लिया है केकेआर ने सो दे आर आल्सो हैविंग देयर मोमेंटम विनिंग मोमेंटम विद देम
केकेआर
लेट्स सी
और
हाउ दैट मैच गोस
KKR और आरसीबी का तो तगड़ा होगा. बट एनीवेज, यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट फिंच. आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड वन थिंग. गिवन कि आपको 11 में से 4 ही आप
Hmm.
फॉरेनर्स खिला सकते हो, आई थिंक दिस इज अ वेरी कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन एंड यू कैन नॉट. एंड आईपीएल एक ऐसा टूर्नामेंट है जो शुरू होकर कब
That's
खत्म हो जाता है पता ही नहीं चलता. तो यू लूज दैट मोमेंटम. दे
correct.
आर विनिंग, इट इज इजियर फॉर देम टू रिप्लेस. आई थिंक विनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन में मैं एग्री करता हूँ, विनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन ब्रेक करना थोड़ा, बट दिस इज अ डायरेक्ट अपग्रेड यार. फिन चल नहीं रहे हैं, यू हैव टू गिव हिम अ चांस. इससे बुरा तो नहीं होंगे यार फिलिप, इतना ही बुरा होंगे ना अच्छे यार. आई थिंक दे हैव दैट, एटलीस्ट एक चांस तो उसको देना बनता है, गिवन दैट फिंच इज नॉट फायरिंग. दिस इज अ डायरेक्ट अपग्रेड, एटलीस्ट इन दिस scenario. I'm not saying overall Philip is a better batsman than Finch. This is of course too early to say,
Hmm, hmm,
but
hmm,
at least at this point, तो I
hmm.
think chance देना बनता है. I would say that. And बाकी
Let's see,
RCB.
let's see, let's hope how this turns out. I mean, this can be probably. So if any selector of RCB is listening to us, they can probably take our advice.
We've been giving lots of good advices यार, कोई हमारी सुन के राजी नहीं है. काफी टीम्स के लिए हमने
So
काफी advice.
like करो, share करो, subscribe करो, comment करो, and grow the channel Cric Burst को, है ना?
Yes.
Let's hope this channel grows.
यस.
Yeah.
एंड वन लास्ट थिंग, अगर आज का देखें तो सबसे अच्छी बात आरसीबी के लिए एक और ये रही है कि सानी और मॉरिस की तो हमने बात करी है. रादर टू मोर पॉजिटिव थिंग्स, चहल तो शुरू से रह ही रहे हैं, उदाना और वॉशिंगटन सुंदर. आज उदाना भी चले, उदाना भी शुरू से इतना नहीं चल रहे थे. ही बोल्ड सो वेल. प्रोबेबली
Hmm.
आई विल नॉट गिव हिम दैट मच क्रेडिट बिकॉज सीएसके आल्सो प्लेड वेरी स्लो, बट वॉशिंगटन सुंदर, boss, match after match he bowls in the power play, which is the toughest time. टफ से टफ बैटिंग के अगेंस्ट, इवन दिल्ली के अगेंस्ट आज भी 3 ओवर में 16, दिल्ली के अगेंस्ट भी 4 ओवर में 20 या 18 रन दिए थे. दिस इज फिनोमिनल यार. मतलब ही इज नॉट गिविंग रन्स इवन इन द पावर प्ले. सो आरसीबी हैज दिस ट्रम्प कार्ड. एंड द बिगेस्ट थिंग, आई एम नॉट अ बिग fan of Kohli's captaincy. I'm telling you, I don't like his captaincy, but the way Kohli is utilizing Washington Sundar in the power play, I have to give him that credit. Kudos to him for his utilization. He's utilizing Sundar in the best possible manner, which is turning out to be a trump card for RCB.
Absolutely, absolutely. He has been a promising player since he has been like playing in the IPL. I think starting he used to play with Rajasthan Royals, and even in that team he used to play. He used to be a very pivotal player for them also. I mean, again in this particular season as well, he has shown that class, and he is proving a very vital player for the team. And even like you rightly pointed out, Kohli is utilizing his skills at the right time and at the right using him at the right overs. So good for him, good for the team also. And anyways, like I suppose he has also then like been a part of T20 squad, looking at his performance, which has been there, like how he has been performing so far. He has been with the Indian T20 squad also, I suppose.
So things looking good for RCB, yaar. I think
Yes, yes,
going by
yes.
how the situation is, they should make it to the playoffs. Of course, यार business end में चीजें कैसे बदलती हैं हो सकता है CSK अभी ऐसे ऊपर आए, राजस्थान ऐसे ऊपर आए, कुछ you never know. But I think at the moment RCB is looking good, but CSK not looking good. I think this is the first year they won't make. Of course, they might make me eat my words, but not at the moment. I don't think CSK going through.
IPL is a very, very funny tournament. Anything can happen at the last moment. It can turn out the other way. So we can all we can do is just anticipate, and that's the beauty of this tournament. So we just enjoy every game at that point, and let's see how the thing turns out at the end. So yeah, great for the viewers, great for us.
True, true, giving us a
Yeah,
chance to analyze these matches, comment on these
yeah.
matches. Yes. So
Yes.
that's it from our side, guys. This was all about today's match. Please see the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, share the videos, subscribe to our channel, help us grow. Again, thanks, Vaibhav. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling me again. Thank you.
The pleasure is all ours. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.